That's
How you
true.
been doing, Rum?
Good. Been doing good. Been busy and
Been busy.
and stuff like that, but going good, doing pretty well. Um,
You're
so
not like Gary V busy, are you?
I'm not Gary V busy. No,
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
don't know how he. I don't know how. The question I have for somebody like that, and honestly, people are like your work ethic and all this, and he's constantly everywhere.
mhm,
When does he take a vacation and stuff like that? Because he's literally with the V Friends and the V Friends stickers that we
mhm,
do have available, and
mhm.
then he's got putting out video or V Friends stickers that you can get in machines that
And little capsule
may
toys.
we
Yeah,
capsule toys that we may be getting at some point down the line, stuff like that. I mean, he's a machine.
yeah, he is
So
absolutely.
the one thing that they don't say, it's the and he does say, it's motivation,
Mhm,
and it's like well, if you're complacent, it's very easy to forget that that person worked their butt off getting there. Like
mhm,
Ryan, like Card Collector Two,
mhm,
like Jeff Will, all these people, they
mhm,
worked hard. Now, of course, once you work hard enough and you can get a staff underneath you, like Rob's got Scott underneath him now,
mhm.
and that's pretty much
Research.
took a lot of the weight off Rob.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's true. So yeah, we will point out what's in front of you just to get started. Because
yep,
what we do is kind of news. We'll do
nudes,
local hobby shop stuff,
only
news,
friends.
and content. And
Yep.
so our content today is going to center around football preview of both NFL rookies,
Mm-hmm.
specifically top 5 NFL rookies, in
Mm-hmm.
my opinion, and Ohio State.
Ohio
Ohio
State,
State football this coming
for good
season.
or for bad,
Yes, yeah, for
what
sure.
what will be the verdict?
Yeah. So we do have some products out here. So you will see Top's Finest. You will see manga series
Manga.
stickers of Gary V. You will see the what is that? Top Signature series
Mm-hmm.
just released last, I think, Friday, and then we got Midnight Football, which was last Friday also.
Mm-hmm.
So we do have all of those things in stock,
Yep.
and you can see them. So just quick comment about Finest MLB. This is the highest that Finest MLB has ever debuted.
Yes.
Today is release day, and you are looking at about $450 per box. Just putting it out there. That's
And
where everybody is. That's where the market is. Closer to five,
mm-hmm.
most places. And it's really weird. Is just one brief comment. That's been normal for football
Mm-hmm.
for a little while,
Mm-hmm.
3 to 5 years, maybe five,
Yeah.
6 years. But that has not been normal with baseball until Fanatics really
Mm-hmm.
got into the game, and now it's coming out, $200
Yeah.
above suggested retail or
But
whatever.
it is
So
licensed also,
it
completely
is
licensed. They have
100%.
the MLB license,
Hmm.
and um, if your hobby shop is not direct with Finest with Fanatics and Tops,
Hmm.
they're not even going to have it close to the price we have it at.
Absolutely.
I mean,
And
it
the
is what
same
it is.
thing.
They're having to pay retail to get it in.
Yeah.
Now, if you did a pre-buy on this,
Hmm.
and I don't know what the pre-buy was, but if you pre-bought it from one of your internet sites or whatever, you may have got it for
If for a
the
while,
$400 range.
yeah, for a while it wasn't bad.
But
I think one of the things that did jump it
mm-hmm,
is Nick Kurtz. Nick Kurtz rookies and autos are in that product.
I love Knickers.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't have many of his cards yet.
yes, but yes, he is in that. So anyway, so there's Finest. So as far as news goes, one of the bigger things in our hobby involves
Mm-hmm.
shows, and so there's a big show celebrating its 5th year running. And who is that, or what's that
That
show?
would be Shipshewana,
Yes.
Indiana. It is okay. It has moved from the original location, but it
Hmm.
wasn't a pig farm.
Hmm.
Pig barn. Anyways, Brad's done a great job of promoting that show.
Hmm.
It's literally out in the middle of nowhere.
Hmm.
I know this one in particular, Ryan Johnson, card collector too. Hate to keep on mentioning him, but good guy in the hobby and all that. He just did a video, and they're going to have the King of Cards there,
Hmm.
who is another a very big YouTube
Hmm.
star, because
Hmm.
that's what they are. There's YouTube stars.
Hmm.
Anyways, definitely the thing to see. I mean, I at some point hope to go there.
Hmm.
I just with my mobility issues, I'm just not going to make the
Hmm.
drive. It's like 4 or 5 hour drive and
Hmm.
stuff like that. But definitely one of the biggest shows
Hmm.
that has no big corporates coming in.
Hmm.
It's literally like like a regular show, because you don't
Mhm.
see you don't see at small shows tops coming and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But to have a show as big as they have without any of that influence,
Mhm.
it's pretty. And like I just saw, um, 740 Card Supplies is going to be there. Jimmy Jenkins. They
All right,
got like
Shipshawana.
5 tables.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I mean, there we the Central Ohio area is very well represented at that show. Also
Yeah.
between the dealers we know that will be there. So
That's cool. So yeah, so Shipshawana, I guess I would describe it as Xenia, except no
less flea
offense,
marketing.
yeah, less flea markety and more YouTube content kind of
Absolutely.
people there, but definitely just a better quality show. But yeah, definitely a good show.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, they've got something good that might develop into a Shipshawana going on in Grove City. They've just announced this week the next Grove City show will be a Sunday again, which we'd talked about. That's not a
Yep.
surprise to us. We had
Yep.
some insider information that that's the way
Mm-hmm.
that they felt like they might want to go.
Yep.
So the next Grove City Card Fest is Sunday, September 28th.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be surprised if you see us involved in that
If
a little bit.
any way that we can be a sponsor, we're going to try to. Now there
Mhm.
they do offer it out to the
Mhm.
people that have been there before, and that's fine. But you can always use more sponsors. I've always felt that, and
Mhm.
we definitely feel like we need to be represented in the Central Ohio area,
Yep.
towards the Columbus area. Rob's done the bi-monthly show
Mm.
in Franklin County at the fairgrounds. Done it for
15 years or so.
15 years plus.
Yeah.
We followed it from Vets Memorial to McCoy Center to
To
wherever it
where it is.
was.
Yeah.
He's been there. So to do a Sunday show, meet a new crowd and stuff like that. Definitely something that we definitely want to be involved with
Yep.
if we can. So
Yeah. And then just going a little bit further in the calendar, we are, and this is actually prior to that show, but just we know this area, and I kind of focus on the entrepreneurs and card shops and
yep.
shows in this area a little bit more. I definitely am going to leave some shows out. I apologize in advance, especially to Stephen Delmo, because I'm not sure what your schedule is, but I know that the next Southern Ohio Sports Card Spectacular that we personally put on
Yep.
is Saturday, September 13th. So we're down to like 3-4 weeks away
Yep.
from that. And we are going to be giving out 100 gift bags. It's going to be the most promoted show I've done. And, I had a vision for that. And the vision for that wasn't just to sell 60 tables. I have a pretty big waiting list. The vision for that is quality dealers from about 3 states. And next year, the table cost and stuff's going to go up a little bit. It's going to be that kind of show where it's like the show to try to get into in the area. Now, that's not cutting on anybody else's show, but with our social media growing social media influence and stuff, I think we can kind of take it there. And then another great show, though, about exactly a month from that, on I believe it's a Sunday, October 12th, is Justin Lamlin's Midway Madness. I heard good things about the Midway Madness show, very similar to the show I do at Ross County, just down toward Lucasville. So make sure you check that out too. Get a table there. I know he sold out last time. I was actually on a wait list for that show. Would like to get in there if my schedule would permit.
Yep.
So,
well, I know you're talking about these shows in the future. Is there any shows this weekend?
there is. This weekend is the Southway American Legion show. Currently, there's like 1 or 2 tables open, but I do have a wait list. I haven't really sorted through that. But yeah, that's third Saturday of each month. There is no show in September because we got so many other shows in the area, but there's no show in September there. But this is your last chance for a couple months to check out the dealers at Southway American Legion, and that is this Saturday, third Saturday each month.
Well, next month isn't the same weekend as the Franklin
It
County
is
show.
the same weekend as
And
the
that's the
Franklin
reason
County.
why he skipped it
Yep.
purposely. Because,
Yep.
But most everybody that goes to that show could find their way to the Franklin County show, except for a customer that we had that was on the CODA system that has since passed, and there's no way he could have ever got to Franklin County because it's in Hilliard. But everybody else drives there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if it just going to have to realize we're not going to be there next month.
Yeah.
It will be at the Franklin County show. So.
Okay, and so we're about to jump into some content.
Yeah.
And speaking of content,
let's not forget. So there also
mm-hmm.
is a card show in Circleville.
There is
this Saturday.
Yes.
We have nothing to do with it.
We didn't know about it until
it's
a couple
a promoter that we do not know personally. One of his one of his somebody that's helping him with the show.
Friends.
We've met
Yeah.
a couple of times. I do know we did give donated a set so they could do it for a giveaway and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But they said I think they said they had 20 some tables rented
Yeah.
and stuff like that. We will definitely, me and Bobby will probably definitely come and check it out and see what's there. But to be honest with you guys, with the lack of promotion that I've seen anywhere, I don't know how many people are going to come to that show. Not to insult the promoter, but I'm on social media every day. Like I'm literally everywhere, and I follow local content and seen very little except for a couple of ads on Ohio Sports Card Group and a couple of things like that, and not in the Beckett, not anywhere else. So I'm that's part of the reason why me and Bobby aren't setting up or sending wax because it's not worth it to go to a show where there's only going to be 20 customers. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
So
good luck to them.
yeah. So we're about to jump into the content. And
Okay.
speaking of content, we are asking if you just watch this. You may see it on YouTube. You may see it on Instagram, Facebook Live, whatever.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, but I know for sure you'll see it on Facebook Live. So if you're watching our Facebook Live and you've hung with us these last 10 minutes, then you're probably a fan of ours, or you at least support the shop. And so we appreciate that.
Us,
or you hate us.
And you just want a reason to.
Yeah, and you just can't believe that we're somewhat successful when you see what we're working with.
When
with
I
our brain.
Successful?
Yeah, but anyway, so YouTube, that is the last area of social media that I've been hesitant to jump aboard on.
Yep.
So go to our YouTube and subscribe. And that would help us out a lot. 500 really gets us rolling. 1,000 would do.
Gets us paid.
Yeah, 1,000 subscribers would get us paid probably.
No,
so we don't care about that. It's just part of the whole package that we want Topps fanatics to see how serious and dedicated we are to growing this hobby and growing it like literally right here in Circleville, Ohio.
Yep.
So we are going to the content basically centers around Ohio State football this year and top 5 rookies in the NFL. Yep. So you're going to hear Bill talking a lot more than me when we're talking about Ohio State. You're going to hear me talking a lot more than Bill probably when we're talking about the rookies.
Probably not. I'll still talk
you'll still just jump in there. But anyway, what do you want to do first? Do you want to?
Whichever one you want to do.
Okay, we'll do the Ohio State first, and then I'll jump over and I have some comments. So go ahead.
All right, guys. Okay, so here's the spiel on the Ohio State team. So, all right, they lost a ton of players. 14 players went to the NFL. So most of the defense, like literally almost all the defense. If they were really good, they went to the NFL. The people that stayed behind, most of them, unless they were underclassmen, had the option to go to the NFL and didn't think their draft stock was high enough for them to get a good rookie contract. So a lot of them stayed behind. I don't know anything about the defense, honestly. They're all young guys or transfers in. Defense doesn't win games because the offense wins games. The defense, unless they get a bunch of safeties, cannot win a game, or they get a pick six. That's the only way they can do it. They can't kick a field goal, any of that. So, anyways, we're going to go to offense. So, the big debate they're saying, Ryan Day, he is either playing everybody for a fool, or he is a genius. Because he's sitting there trying to tell us that the transfer in Julian Sayin and Lincoln Cobalt's or cohorts, anyways, are so good that he can't pick between them. I find that hard to believe because if Lincoln was that good, he would have played last year. So, at what level are both these guys great? I don't think there's greatness among them. I think there's good, and they got some freshman quarterbacks coming in and stuff like that. Ohio State's recruiting a lot of people. I'm not saying that they're not good quarterbacks. I'm just saying that if you're coming down with less than 3 weeks to the season, and you're saying that, oh, it's a toss-up who we're going to use, you do not have a great quarterback. It's my opinion, of course. So, and Lincoln, once again, is in on it. He does have an autograph. So, but Julian Sands does say it. Julian Sands does not, but he already had cards in Leaf. Or do you have Leaf? He had. He was in Prism draft from last year. As an underclassman, he also is in score as an NIL. You'll find that common now with a lot of your draft picks. All right, so your running backs. Okay, so they got C.J. Donald, son. He's transferred from West Virginia. You got James Peoples, who was here already. They're calling him something. They're Pound and something. I don't know. They got a nickname already.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't really done anything in college football. They already got nicknames.
Mm-hmm.
So the fortunate thing for them is I'm going to get to the wide receiver squad, which is insane. So being a running back when your safeties and your cornerbacks are forced to defend the wide receivers all the time, those running backs are going to look great in the system. Trevian Henderson looked great in the system last year. Junkins looked great in that system last year. So, anyways, they should be good. I don't know if they're spectacular because they're overshined by the wide receivers. Wide receivers, of course, Jeremiah Smith back, also in on it with an autograph, of course. Carnell Tate is back, very good player. Um, they have a freshman that just recently came in, Quincy Porter. They're saying he's the dog or whatever. That's what Tate said. So, anyways, really good player. He does have an honor card also. So, I mean, I can see if he, like Jeremiah Smith last year, on it will sell itself. I mean, I'm not trying to be a sales ploy for on it because I kind of have mixed opinions on it. But last year, as soon as Jeremiah Smith started producing and actually producing numbers, and he was in that product started selling crazily. It would have sold anyways, but crazily selling. And that's the reason why Score this year is selling. Jeremiah Smith, playing in college, has pro cards. He's in the Luminous. They have NIL. So the NIL is kind of, so what will be their true rookies? I don't know, to be honest with you. But yeah, Quincy Porter is in that. They got Mylan Groder, something like that. He's in on it also. The rest on it was all offensive linemen, defensive backs. Nobody opens that to try to hit that. So Ohio State is not going to win another championship with this team. There's no way. They're also probably going to go with the season with a loss off the first game. They're ranked number 3 in the nation. I've always in life, I'd much rather root for an underdog than somebody that's overhyped. And I don't know how they start these teams out so high, and like Texas ranked number 1. Well, Texas also put like almost $40 million supposedly into their program, where Ohio State last year put $20 million into their program. They think that they're that good. So Ohio State does not go winless this year. Ohio State will probably beat Michigan because Michigan's going to be horrible. Because I don't even know if they got a coach. I think they literally they're like, hey, your coaches keep on cheating, so we're not going to let you have coaches anymore. Yeah. So it's basically just going to be a bunch of kids out there playing with Bryce Underwood.
Yeah. So if you had to make a prediction, how many games do you think Ohio State wins this year?
Ohio State with their schedule, Ohio State's going to lose at least 3 games.
Okay.
And I think by the time it's said and done, the end of the year, they're going to end up about 8th in the system. They may make the playoffs, they may not. But they also are super hyped. And the problem is when you come in overhyped, you got nowhere to go but down.
Okay. So, all right.
Good luck to you guys.
Okay. So speaking of Ohio State, On It, if you're not familiar with that product, On It is coming back again for technically a 3rd year.
Mm-hmm.
Last year was much better. As Bill alluded, it was
Mm-hmm.
probably Jeremiah Smith
Mm-hmm.
is the reason that it was a lot more
Well,
accepted.
also they had the blackouts were easier to get.
Mm-hmm.
The autographs were really hard for him. But then they also added city college towns or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
They had other inserts.
Mm-hmm.
If they'd done that the first year, that product was sold more. It was just so basic. It's like, hey, we got your base set, we got some color variation and an autograph
Yeah.
and a downtown or a blackout. That was it. So they are innovating the system and added later on different things. So
Yeah. So the 2024 sold very well. And so just, I will put this out here. Basically, people that are OSU fans don't even have to be card fans to want to
mm-hmm.
collect that set and to get cards of their favorite people they see on Saturdays
Mm-hmm.
playing football. So we sold through a lot of it. The fans of it were very dedicated. Just to give you an idea, it comes in two primary forms: an individual pack like this one, except football. And these run somewhere between 12 on the very low side to $15 a pack. They are doing those again. And within 2 weeks, we will have those. Within 2 weeks, we will have the platinum boxes. The difference is the platinum boxes guarantee one auto, where when this first came out in the football, it was an auto 1 in 10 and a blackout 1 in 10.
Yes.
So what happened last year that's bad, that I don't like, even though I sold a ton of it, and by a ton, I mean 6 cases, so about 72 boxes of the platinum and over 700 packs, or about exactly 700 packs. I could
You
have
made a
sold more.
bunch of money.
I could have sold more, but we literally ran out. But what I didn't like is they just kept printing it and putting different autos, less desirable autos, and the
Yes.
auto rates began to change as it went on. There's also some issues with shipping, with just the customer service side of it.
And
And
well, with that, they didn't. They never made a press release. But hey, the packs kept on coming out, but Jeremiah Smith wasn't available.
in the last
Jared
round or so.
or Junkins was not available in the last ones.
Mm-hmm.
So you could have bought every pack that was released on their second run, and there was none.
Yeah. So here's a couple of changes for this year. One, they've definitely added even more inserts, and I think they've serial numbered more things.
Mm-hmm.
Two, my understanding is the blackouts are only available in these packs.
Mm-hmm.
They're not available in the platinum. Now, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but that is what my initial research was kind of telling me. And so another thing is, if it's not broke, then don't fix it. And they made it a plenty last year, but now they've actually brought on other distribution. So it's not just direct. You can be not direct with them and just buy a few packs or a few boxes here and there. They are expanding. They are growing their portfolio there, and so I believe it'll be more produced this year. So on it though, last year was a big win. We ordered quite a bit again, but it's just up to you. OSU fans, like I said, aren't really particular as long as their guys are in cards or their,
So this is for football.
Mm-hmm.
But now, would you buy the basketball again, men's and women's?
No, I would not buy it direct because the minimum purchase is 100 packs. And so if it is offered through distribution and I could buy 10 to 15 packs, I probably would.
See, the
But
one thing that Onnit did was they went to Ohio State and was like, hey, we're because Onnit has their thing was supposedly like 30% of the profit goes back to the school to be diverse between the players that are on the cards and stuff like that. So, but they incorporated 14 different sports: hockey, men's and women's; basketball, men's and women's; baseball, men's and women's. The problem is nobody really cares about all that other stuff. It's mostly football. Or if Ohio State would have a good run, or like in the NIT, or like maybe the women's basketball, because like J.C. Shelton was there last year, and the NBA's hot, and if a player can get drafted by the NBA, but or WNBA, but other than that, all that other stuff is all tchotchke and nothing anybody's collecting. So.
Mm-hmm. That's true. So somebody did ask this. So I mentioned the packs were 12 to 15. On the On It stuff, the platinum boxes are around $75.
Yes.
For those, which is a guaranteed auto.
Yep.
In those. So one of the other things that we talked about football, and one of the other things that we definitely wanted to talk about was, we're this close to the season starting. We wanted to talk about some NFL rookies. I had a list. I was doing some research. I had Scott doing some research. And so I had about 12 guys. And then I started taking it down to, five, 8 guys. Then I got down to 5 guys. So this is going to be the 5 guys.
Is there burgers and fries
There
involved
is
also?
not.
Daggone
There's no burgers and fries. So this is going to be the 5 rookies in the NFL that I feel are sure bets.
Okay.
So I'm going to go through each of these. I'm going to tell you what card I would even buy. And I plan to put my money where my mouth is and actually invest in these cards at the current price. So probably after I jump off of doing this live and before these go on YouTube and everything, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to purchase these
Oh,
cards.
so you're doing a Gary V.
I'm doing it.
Artificially inflating the
Yeah, I'm going
market
to
on somebody,
no,
and then go and buy them before everybody knows.
before everybody knows. No. So here's the 5 guys, and they're not really in any particular order necessarily. And a lot of these guys you're going to be like, no, duh.
Yep.
This is who you should buy.
Yep.
So we'll talk about some of my thoughts as we work through these. I'll ask Bill some questions, like is he shocked that what these guys' cards are currently at or whatever. So anyway, number 1, Cam Ward. Okay, Cam Ward was the number 1 draft pick, the first overall pick. He was a 2024 ACC Player of the Year, and he's now currently the quarterback for the Titans. He is absolutely going to start for the Titans. And this is a comment that he made very recently, and I want to kind of critique this comment. He said, I've got the top 5 receivers in the entire league. And he was thinking about how he was going to do. And he is exaggerating, I believe, but you should have confidence in the people that are around you.
Did Jamar Chase go and Justin Jefferson? They all went to Texas.
They must
the
have,
Titans?
because the top guy in their depth chart for wide receiving, their number 1 is Calvin Ridley. And so Calvin Ridley is good, but I would not put him in that conversation with Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson.
I don't remember him being in the top 10.
Yeah, probably not even in the top 10. Well, he better hope his receivers are decent because the running backs are not good at all. So he has to throw the ball. I don't know if it's a great thing that you're taking a rookie and making him always throw the ball. But anyway, Cam Ward, I do think, is going to be a decent player in the NFL. I think he'll grow and in a couple years maybe a star. So what cards would I buy? So here was my criteria. I tried to buy what I consider to be the sweet spot now in our economy as far as cards go, $50 to $150. That's what I'd consider the sweet spot for investing in a card and seeing growth in that card. That's just a fictitious number that, in my opinion, I have made up. So here's the problem. With Cam Ward, Leaf, Wildcard, and Onyx have all made tons of cards of him.
Yeah.
Other companies, no. And us talking about this and talking about what we need to invest in, it's kind of hard because the season's just started and licensed products of them are not really available. So here was my next criteria. If it couldn't be a licensed card, if I was going to stay between that $50 and $150 mark, then I wanted to go to college. And I think the top college cards, and you're going to see serious growth in these cards across the board, is the 2024 and 2023 Bowman Chrome University. If it is their first Bowman auto card, I think we see growth across the entire board throughout the years for these cards, just like we see in baseball, especially as Topps takes over that license in March. So what do we have for him in that? Not really much. He doesn't have a first Bowman Chrome card, or if he does, it's actually 2022, which wasn't licensed yet. Yeah. So I don't like that. So if you ask me, what's my opinion on Cam?
Are you buying a card or not?
Yes. So here's what I chose. I chose the lesser of the evils between Leaf, Wildcard, and Onyx, and I go with a serial numbered, decently low Leaf card, a quality card that I like both the way the card looks and his auto, not just a chicken scratch, but an actual auto. And I would buy one of those, and I believe you could buy one of those for around $75. So that's where I go with Cam Ward. So number 1, Cam Ward. Are you surprised at Cam Ward's pricing on his cards or the availability?
I'm surprised you're buying a card other than Ryan Sandberg, for one.
Yes.
2, yes. So Will Levis was going to be the savior for them too, and then they keep on drafting quarterbacks. So
absolutely.
Will he? but Cam, you can't just keep on saying I have the top 5 roof. It makes you sound like you're not, I won't,
Intelligent.
intelligent. Let's
Mm-hmm.
say that.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a correct statement. That's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
You're literally preaching falsehoods. Can you make them better? You might be able to, but you're still going to have a hard time making them into top five running things. Um, I think his criteria is probably good.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many 101s. I mean, Leaf, if you go to Leaf, between all the pre-production 101s and all that aren't autographed and all that, thank goodness he didn't really go with Leaf and have that many things. So with him having some Leaf, but not a lot of pre-productions, mostly 2022, 2023. I actually have a couple autographs myself.
Mm-hmm.
But wild card, definitely. So no, I agree. That's kind of the way I would go until a pro
Mm-hmm.
product comes out, like Donruss.
Yep.
And Donruss is probably the one that I would go with.
Mm-hmm.
The Prism, too volatile, and you're going to pay a lot of money. You can already get the Donruss and be, but Rob's talking about a long-term hold.
Mm-hmm.
So I would buy Donruss. I would when that comes out, I would buy Donruss, probably a graded PSA 10, and maybe try to get a press proof on it.
Yep.
So
Yep. So number 2 on my list, again, no specific order,
yeah,
is Ashton Gently or Genty. Ashton Genty.
gently.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Ashton.
how they do the quarterbacks now in the
Yeah,
NFL.
I talk too much on Wednesdays.
They gently
Yep.
let them down.
Yeah, Ashton Ashton Genty,
Mm-hmm.
running back. He was the first round pick for the Raiders from Boise, Idaho. He's absolutely going to start this year in the number 1 position for running back. In college, he had 5,000 yards, and he had 56 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
So those are pretty impressive numbers. Nobody really questions if he's going to be pretty good, or at least has the potential to be pretty good. So again, here's a few cards I'd mention of his. If you're looking for cards between that $50 and $150 range, 24 Bowman Chrome First Auto. That again would be my number 1 choice, and that card's coming in around $135. He also has an Elite Turn of the Century Auto. Again, I see that more as an insert, but they're relatively popular. It's around 125. And just the 25 score base rookie auto, a lot of those are numbered to 499, but it's 125. Are you surprised that Ashton Genty rookies are that high for autos?
You are in for a downfall.
Okay.
He's not a quarterback, right? He's a running back.
He's a running back.
All right, then his price is going to go down.
Okay.
One, the team has to do something. I don't even know who their quarterback is. I think I heard Geno Smith or something like that, who's a running quarterback in the first place. And the reason why they have a new quarterback is because their line sucks. So I don't care how good you were in college and how fast you are, but if your line don't block for you, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
So can you break one out and get a good scoring thing? I mean, Trevian Henderson ran one back 100 yards the other day.
Yeah.
Against, should have been, it wasn't probably their number 1 staff, but it was pretty close. So, but are you that good, or did you invent the wheel? No, you did not. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend buying anything on him, actually.
Okay.
I think the prices are way too high.
Okay, that's kind of what I wanted to hear from you. So number 3, again, no particular order, but I'm going to mention somebody else that's not on this list before I introduce this guy. Will Howard is not on this list. Will Howard, I think, does have the potential of being a quarterback in the NFL, but I base part of this list on the likelihood that they would start soon, that there would be some change. So my thing was 5 rookies, $500, pick up an auto of them in 5 months, see where we're at. So I don't feel right now that Will Howard would be a great guy to talk about that and be in that list. But this Ohio State guy is. So it's Egbuka. Is that how you say his name? Egbuka. So Egbuka is a first round. Yep, a first round pick to Tampa Bay from, of course, the Ohio State University. If you do not know this about him, because maybe you've heard other names, like he's been overshadowed by other names. but he has the most career receptions in OSU history. So I think he's designated in the number 2 spot, wide receiver, but he's going to see a ton of playing time, and I expect big things out of him this year. So let's go to
Where
his.
did he get drafted, or who did he go to?
Who did he get to? He went to Tampa Bay.
Okay.
So he was drafted to Tampa Bay.
Okay.
So again, my choice so far in the season with the products that have been released is to go back to his first Bowman University auto. I think that's a safe bet.
2022.
It is actually 2023,
Okay.
so it would be licensed. 2023 Bowman Chrome University first auto is only a $70 card on average. So that is the average comp on eBay is $70. Another really cool one, a little bit more expensive, is the OSU patch Bowman U Best Auto. It is a sweet card with like literally a patch of Ohio State in the background. It's probably a manufactured patch. It's probably not from anything significant, but it looks really cool. And it's like 135. So if I'm leaning, I'm going toward the Bowman Chrome University, and that card of him for about $70. But again, I think he's one of the top 5 rookies that when we look back from 5 months from now that we're going to see.
Okay.
Okay. What do you think about the prices of his cards?
All right. So I'll speak on Will Howard right now first.
Okay.
Okay. Will Howard, his prices are way too high. His autographs and stuff like that for what he is. Now, Aaron Rodgers, if he makes it through the season, because he played for the Jets for what, 8 plays and stuff like that. So if Aaron Rodgers makes it through the season, he won't get any playing time. But I think that he is the heir apparent. He's not Mitch Trubisky. I thought Mitch Trubisky was going to be there, or Mason Rudolph. I thought he was going to be it too. But I think Will Howard is ready for that position if or when Aaron Rodgers stumbles or falls. And Buka, they're saying that somebody I was watching today has Tampa Bay picked to be in the Super Bowl. Baker Mayfield has became a actual good quarterback. It wasn't that easy.
It took a while.
It took him to go to a team that had more talent, stuff like that. Him going in and basically coming in where Tom Brady was, those people played with greatness for 1 year. When you have touched greatness, I haven't lately, but once you've touched greatness, it makes you different. Mike Evans is a much better receiver than he ever was before Brady. Chris Godwin is too. And Buka comes in as a second wide receiver. He's going to surprise a lot of people. Still not a quarterback, so not investable for me. Okay. But I think he will be a big surprise and will get a lot of yards because his ability to get to the ball and that he won't be double teamed.
Okay. And so would you invest in his 23 Bowman Chrome University first autos at around $70?
I would say that's an okay investable thing. I don't look to it go.
You don't hit a home run with it.
I don't think it. I think at best it turns into a $100 card, and you should just be happy that you made a little bit of money.
Okay. So of course, a lot of these guys have difficult names. So we're going to number 4 on the list, and his last name is McMillan. I'm not even going to try to do his first name. I've said it several times, but it's McMillan. He was the first round pick to the Arizona Cardinals. He is a wide receiver, and he is supposed to start. And here's some of his college numbers. 84 last year, 2024, not his career. 84 receptions, 1,300 plus yards. So 1,300 yards, 84 receptions in 2024. And so this is McMillan, the wide receiver, rookie wide receiver that was drafted in the first round to the Cards. Now here's something interesting to note about him. We're always talking about hitting them where they ain't. And here's the thing. People might have been hyped on him, but he had a very terrible debut. When he debuted in the preseason just recently, he had a terrible debut. So some of these cards have recently dipped, so maybe jump in on the dip. So here again, 23 Bowman Chrome, first Bowman auto is $65 card. The 25 score rookie auto is a $70 card, and the Luminance first year is a $65 card, and or the Elite Pen Pals is a $70 card. So anyway, in that $70 range, you can pick up a decent auto. Again, I heavily lean toward the first Bowman Chrome auto. I think they're investable. just for the sake of what they are. So, what do you think about that? What do you think about those prices for a wide receiver again?
Well, so the one thing is, unless the Cardinals replace their quarterback, who's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Kyler Murray's a horrible quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because last year there was this wide receiver
Mm-hmm.
that I'd watched play for multiple years. He's a
Mm-hmm.
really good wide receiver. His name's Marvin Harrison Jr.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a dad that's in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Great player.
Mm-hmm.
Son, great player in college. As a pro player, can't get the ball because the guy can't throw it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Is he going to be able to throw it to this other guy? No, no. They might as well not. They might as well not even drafted a receiver. So, anyways, I think he could be, if they get they get an actual quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
he could get some balls. He's investable.
Mm-hmm.
If they go with Kyler Murray, you are burning your money. You
Mm-hmm.
might as well set it on fire right now. Because I
Okay.
did on Marvin Harrison Jr.
Okay.
Still have hope for him.
Mm-hmm.
They just need to replace their quarterback, or he needs to go to a team with an actual. He doesn't have to. He just needs a mediocre quarterback at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, you're throwing your money away if you're putting money into anybody that's with the Cardinals.
Okay. So last on the list again, no particular order. We've got Travis Hunter on our list.
Mm-hmm.
So Travis Hunter was a first round pick to the Jaguars. In case you don't realize, he's a wide receiver and he's a defensive player also.
Mm-hmm.
Probably going to see him a lot more as the wide receiver. First round to the Jaguars, as I said, he was the 24 Heisman winner. So I'm not saying these guys are like secret. They're not secrets, but I expect him to be pretty good. Again, Bill mentioned this just with his comment about Kyler Murray. He's being thrown to from Trevor Lawrence. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Sometimes it looks like it's a good thing. Sometimes it looks like it's a bad
He's
thing.
gonna be much better if he gets hurt and Mac Jones gets in there.
Yeah, yeah. So again, when we go to Hunter, people have expected him to be good for years. So he really pushes this. I was trying to get in the sweet spot of $100 to $150 range, but Hunter really pushes this. And 23 Bowman Chrome U first card, it is a licensed card, is $175, and that seems to be a lower end or finding a good deal on it as far as comps go. And then the 25 Luminance base rookie auto, so it's an auto, is around $125. So what do you think of those prices for a wide receiver again?
I mean, unless he decides that he's only going to be a wide receiver, he's not going to play defense at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's more investable than a guy that's trying to be both things, because you can't at a pro level.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot be 100% both ways. There's just nobody can do it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They used to do it in the 40s, 30s, 40s, 50s.
Mm-hmm.
The players today cannot.
Yeah.
Just because the speed of the game and the abilities and stuff like that.
Okay.
I I think it's just way too much money for somebody that's not a quarterback. Still, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he's not even he's doing defense and then not even a quarterback. So
Mm-hmm. So when I was kind of doing this list and eliminating guys, I eliminated Will Howard. I eliminated Dart. I eliminated Shador Sanders because I think like too many factors have to happen for them to enter into the place that they need to be
yeah.
starters. Now, I do think it's possible that they will be. And of course, I agree with Bill. The money is in your quarterbacks. But to sum up my point here is I took 5 guys and I said, let's buy autograph cards, rookie autos, between $50 and $150. And here's the 5 guys: Ward, Genty, Abuko, McMillan, Hunter. I think if you take $500, you invest in those guys, I think in 5 months you're going to make a small profit. I think those are the most likely guys to take successfully in the NFL.
I think, my opinion, you invest $500.
Mm-hmm.
You possibly could make money on Cam. You could possibly make money on Mbuka.
Okay.
But the other guys, you're throwing your money away. So, if you have $300 worth of car, I mean, now it depends. What market are you comparing it to in 5 months? Are you comparing it to
comps to comps?
Comps
eBay,
to comps.
eBay comps
so
to eBay
card
comps.
ladder, and we'll compare them and all that. Now,
Yeah.
I'll say, because I'm pretty sure that, going through, like we always talked about, a comp for this, well, one sold for 100, but one sold for 60.
Yeah.
What comp's the real comp? So
Yeah.
anyways, no, I agree. But I don't think that three of those guys, I don't think keep the value they have now, because to keep value, it's not about opening a box and getting their card, because they have to produce. You can't. It's crazy to me. It's honestly crazy to me
Mm-hmm.
that a Dan Marino rookie card is $50.
Mm-hmm.
A Hall of Fame quarterback, Joe Montana's $150 or $200. Hall of Fame quarterbacks, and
Mm-hmm.
these rookies that haven't even sniffed the NFL field other than preseason are hundreds of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
There's something wrong with the whole hobby.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying I hate cards, because I love cards. I've collected cards for 40 plus years. I hate the market.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
just me though.
Yeah.
So, anyways, and people bring me stuff and want to sell me stuff, and these downtowns, kabooms, and the market's going to be ever, blah, 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 and this and that, and then it won't. And
Mm-hmm.
you know what? At the end of the day, I'll still have my good collection.
Mm-hmm.
And the person that drank the Kool-Aid all along will end up penniless
Mm-hmm.
and complain to everybody else that somebody stirred them wrong.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, but I agree that a lot of these prices, I was a little shocked, even though I'm recommending these five guys, at where some of these cards were already.
mm-hmm,
And it's based on expectation for guys that haven't
mm-hmm.
even really taken the field yet
Yeah.
in a actual real NFL
I mean,
game. So,
you can't buy stuff to hope.
hmm
It used to be, you open a box, hey, you open $100 box, you get something, you set back, hey, maybe that'll become something.
yeah,
No, boxes are $300 and $400, and you end up with $40 worth of cards, and you end up with a $60 rookie.
yeah,
Now you have to settle on it and pray it becomes something.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up. So, two things. Come to my show on the south side of